Hello internets, it's me, DeoGenZ, with my full screen FAQ. There's two main reasons I'm doing this. One, it's my 4,000 subscriber special and I want to thank all of you who have made this full screen partnership happen. If it wasn't for you, I would have nobody watching my videos, I would be very sad, and I would not have been partnered in the first place. But secondly, I've been receiving so many personal messages here on YouTube from people who are thinking about being partnered by Fullscreen, already have been solicited by Fullscreen, and want to know what the deal with this company is. And they come to me, I guess, because I made an update video about it long ago. So this is the video where anyone who has questions about Fullscreen can post in the comments if it's not covered in today's video, or check out to see if their question is answered in this video itself. So let's start off. As far as I know, yes, Fullscreen as a company seems to be very legitimate. Otherwise, I don't know how I would be receiving checks. But I have confirmation, not only that I'm receiving money from my videos, but a friend of mine, Matt Goldsman on GamersCast, I'm going to mention him a couple of times as well, because while I am partnered with Fullscreen and then affiliated with Planet Pok, he's partnered with Fullscreen and affiliated with Yoush Alliance, and I'm going to talk about those differences in the upcoming minutes here. But yes, they seem to be legitimate. Anytime that I requested some kind of answer in the form of something wasn't going right with the dashboard, or where was my checks, something that you might want to do if you've just partnered with Fullscreen and you're looking at their dashboard, you have to make sure that you fill out your W-9 tax form information, otherwise they will not send you checks. And in that case, for a while there I was like, are they real? That one day out of the blue, here's the story of how I was partnered by Fullscreen. When I was in my 3,000 subs range, they contacted me and said they liked the content that I was making. Here's their website, check them out, and of course I've included that all in the description below for you guys to look at yourselves. And I was very kind of skeptical of them at first, because I thought, well, maybe this is just some bot that's trying to take over my YouTube channel and delete all my videos, I thought, and that would be horrible. But nothing of that sort has happened yet. I've been getting paychecks on a regular monthly basis, so as far as I know, they're legitimate. The pros of Fullscreen for me were very high. The pros for you, if you are a vlogger, may not be as high, but they still do elevate your content to a great level. One of the best things for me being a gaming LP channel is that I have the copyright licenses now to upload really any gameplay content I want. I have talked it over with them, and they said as long as it is gameplay and you're not uploading intros of HD games or anything like that, because intros are kind of hard to tell the difference of who captured what. I mean, I've had claims from IGN in the past on some of my Pokemon White walkthrough videos, and they were in Japanese. So that was the biggest thing, that headache, that relief of, oh man, can I even upload this content without it being taken down by copyright claims? Can I upload this and then, yes, make money off of it? Well, Fullscreen gives you that power. Fullscreen really gives your YouTube channel a boost with some extra features that on normal accounts you wouldn't have. One thing that they just recently added is live streaming. I'm going to be talking about that later in the video, so you can live stream straight from your channel. Another thing that they give you access to on the dashboard is copyrighted audio loops and music sound effects. So if you are doing a graphical representation of something, and maybe you don't know a band or you don't have any way to put music on the video, but again, those dreaded copyright claims, you don't want to get sued in YouTube court, if you will, and have your channel taken down by all these claims for using these songs by other artists. Well, they have over 1 million different songs for you to choose from, and different types of genres too. It's not all electronic, it's not all rock and roll. There are sound effects in there too, so if you want to do a crash explosion sound effect, they have that for your videos as well. So that's very nice. Another sigh of relief you can breathe whenever you upload with Fullscreen by your side. And that is another thing that my friend Matt had to deal with recently. He was click-bombed on his other channel, on his vlog channel, and Fullscreen was right there. They said, look, we can't do much of anything for the old channel that was disabled on AdSense because that's a Google thing, that's YouTube higher ups. But what we can do is as soon as you make a new channel will partner that right away, and then that's exactly what happens. So if anything happens to your channel, if you get copyright claims for some nonsense, somebody false flagged your videos or whatnot, be sure to contact your Fullscreen representatives, because they're there to represent you in the internet new era of jobs, because this is kind of an emerging field, and Fullscreen is a new company relatively. As far as I know, they've just been on a rampage recently of partnering all kinds of video content creators, and that's great. That's awesome, and I highly advise you take their offer on that. Some other pros that I would include would be the fact that you could upload video thumbnails. That's really awesome. So if you ever see a really eye-grabbing thumbnail and you say, damn, I wish I could make a special custom picture for my videos, Fullscreen allows you to do that when you get their partnership. It allows you to, of course, monetize your videos, which is the whole essence of partnership, you making money off of your videos by putting ads in them. And I'll talk about ad integration later in this video. There are different ways you could do it, but you get ads on your videos. You also have unlimited time. That is what makes this video possible here today. The fact that I don't have that pesky 15-minute limit, or back in the day it was the 10-minute limit. Everybody rejoiced when the 15-minute limit came about and we got the extra 5 minutes, me included. But with Fullscreen, you never have to worry about a time limit, which is really phenomenal for film developers out there who are trying to do what they want to do without big development companies. If you're working on a full-length feature film that's going to be an hour long, or you're working on an indie documentary of some sort, you could do that with Fullscreen, and you can upload without worries. You can even integrate ads into your movie so that, you know, you got the combination, great thumbnail, capture people's attention. Then they're watching your long form film that is fantastic, I'm sure. And then in the middle or at the end, wherever you want to shove it, you could put the advertisements in there, so you are starting to generate revenue off of your indie-based film, and you don't need a development company at all. Fullscreen makes this completely possible, and those are just some of the many awesome pros from Fullscreen. Well, the cons, I really didn't see any cons. That is of yet. I've only been a Fullscreen partner for 8 months. It hasn't even been a full year yet, but so far I have not had any complaints with them. The only thing you may think would be a negative on this aspect would be the fact that you're contractually signed to them for 2 years, or at least that's the way it works for me. So read your contract over carefully. Make sure that you agree with everything that they are going to be doing. There's one other thing that they recently started on Planet Pok, and that is they are able to like and favorite and share videos throughout your channel name. I have no problem with that. It's not them gaining access to your account, so no worries of that. It's all pretty much beneficial. I've only seen a boost in subs, and I have not really had my content stolen per se. There has been times where my content's been uploaded, but they contact you immediately and they tell you that's going to be going on, and they say their thanks, and you know, it's one of the things you agree to. So throughout this whole video, I want to highly stress the fact you must read your contract carefully. A lot of people in machinima are complaining about how they were cut very crappy deals, very low pay rates, and very horrible percentage, quite frankly, of the AdSense that was given. And that's their problem, you know, whether it's machinima talking to partners that are maybe too young to have a contract, or it's just the people themselves not taking the time to read thoroughly all those fine print details. Trust me, this is something you're going to want to look through. This is your creative content we're talking about here, people. This is essentially you that somebody's going to be signing a contract with you for, and you have to be making sure that on all claims, on all things they want to try, you agree to those obligations. Well, for me, it took about a month and a few days. You know, I was partnered at the end of December in 2011, and then it didn't really kick in until March, you know, so all of January was just switching over to YouTube. I previously had Google AdSense monetization. Now everybody has Google AdSense monetization, but I had it for a few months before everyone got it on all their channels. It was just running in beta test mode then. So that was during the time that I sort of got to make money off of YouTube, but not really. Again, I really had a lot of trouble uploading any gaming content that I wanted because I, as an individual, apparently don't possess any rights to upload content that I create if it has to do with a video game. So as soon as that got swapped over, Google AdSense to Fullscreen, it was running smooth. You know, the only thing I would be sure to stay on top of is your inbox and double check your spam box. Not that it should be in your spam section, as long as you add a contact of Fullscreen, whoever the representative is who is speaking to you, there should be no problem with that. But make sure you monitor that email box. Even though it seems like they forgot, they did not forget. It is just kind of a long process for, I don't know what they do really as far as the ones and O's to switching over your account from AdSense to Fullscreens, but it takes a while. It takes a while. You know, that's the only thing. If you are partnered and you think that they're trying to give you the jerk around by not staying in touch, they're doing their best. You know, they've got a lot of new creators coming in right now, and they themselves are soliciting many people. That's how it happened to me. You know, I didn't know it was a real thing until it all got said and done and signed, but now that I'm here with the experience, I can tell you that even though it may take a month, it may take many, many weeks for this to swap over. You know, if you're unsure, go ahead and drop Jeremy a line and say, hey, how's the channel switch over going? But it does take some time, and they will send you at some point an email that says we need you to copy and paste and send this to the main head honcho of Fullscreen, who I'll talk about later, and just to basically show that you are authorizing Fullscreen to make money off of your account, and also for you to make money on your account, because Fullscreen gets a percentage. I'm paid every time I make $100 on a monthly basis. So what that means is that every 100 that I make, if it is made within the first week of the first month of, you know, let's just start at the beginning. Let's say January. In the first week I make $100. Yay me. I don't get to see that money until the end of January, when all of the funds have collected. Basically, they do this as a good payout cycle. This way you're not being sent constantly $100 checks. If you're a channel that's constantly generating revenue, you'll be sent something like a nice packaged $1,000 check, say if you've made 10 hundreds in a month somehow. So that's how the payout works. I don't know if they have really any alternate methods of administering pay. I know for a fact that I personally am paid through PayPal. That's just my manner of choice, and it's very convenient too, being a gaming channel, because that goes right up to Steam and I don't even have to do any transfers. So it's a monthly 100-based basis, and you may be wondering, well, what happens if I don't make 100? Does that money suddenly disappear? Never fear, it transfers over to the next month. So that will just keep collecting until you earn at least 100 minimum, and then you'll be sent a check through Fullscreen. Contractually, I am not allowed to speak of that. I'm not really supposed to talk about how much money I make on YouTube, and whatever purposes that is, that's fine. But what I can tell you is comparisons. Me, with my 4,000 subscribers, it helps to buy groceries. It really puts food in my belly. It buys me games on Steam. My friend, however, he usually works as a lifeguard. He's got over 10,000 subs at the time when he was partnered, and now it's over 11K. And he quit his summer job. He did not have to work a summer lifeguard duty job. I don't know how much you make at a lifeguard job, but whatever he's making on his channel, again, he's contractually bound to not talk about that as well. It has supplemented his summer job revenue, which is really fantastic. And one thing that I have to kind of advise people who are coming up in YouTube and see all these big name channels and think, wow, this is amazing, how do I get to this level without this heightened production and all these HD cameras and backdrops and green screens, all that nonsense. You don't need to really worry about it at first. You know, my partnership did not happen overnight. That is prevalent in the fact that it took a month for AdSense to get switched over, sure, but generating all those subs was a long, drawn-out process. I'm talking over like 6 years, maybe. And I didn't even have this YouTube channel the whole time. It wasn't my YouTube channel to start. It was a friend's, but that's a whole other story that I don't want to get into right now. So, it takes a long time to generate subs, and I don't recommend that you go out and buy all these fancy, high spectacle cameras and great processing softwares, high res computers and these things. I don't recommend you do that if you're at 100 sub level. It's just not going to give you the boost you need. What you need to do if you want to really be successful in YouTube is you need to incrementally build up your station. Think of yourself as a TV station, if you will. You are one entertainment beacon amongst billions of beacons out there, and what you do is unique and it's special, it's significant, but you have to take it one step at a time. People don't start from the top up when they have no funds for that kind of high technology. People don't start out at that rate. I didn't. If you go back and look at my old archives of videos, you'll see me with my old, crappy, shaky handycam looking at games, trying to do reviews with my stuttering, what do I think of this game, kind of method. And you'll see a large progression in quality thanks to the years in training that I've gotten in speaking and just editing the videos, knowing how to do it better, and also the fact that my technology has gotten a lot better too, because now I can use the full screen checks to reinvest back into the business. And here's a beautiful thing: you could use these investments for your business as a tax write-off. So, for example, I buy games. That is technically an input to this business, me being a Let's Play channel. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool because you get a partnership that is backing you on many things. It's backing you in legal battles, it's backing you with copyright issues, but you also have somebody to provide you with funds. Basically, that's what sponsorship's all about. Provide you with funds so you could make your channel better. Yes, you absolutely can, but no, it does not happen overnight. Like I said about the 4,000 sub count, I did not get this in a matter of days, a matter of months. It took years to develop this kind of channel. Maybe if you're doing a different channel, a vlog style channel, a channel that talks about news, you might get higher subs, and you might get to like where my friend is at the 11K level. But even now, it's not enough money at this point to live off of. That's the ultimate dream of every YouTuber, is that we don't have to worry about going to some mundane job that we don't care about. We just have to worry about staying at home, making the content that our viewers enjoy seeing, and then just getting paid. That would be fantastic. So all we would have to do is purely focus on the joy of making videos. However, that does not happen for a long-ass time. Someone who I could give a point out to show you their sub count levels at the recent moment, I'm not sure how large they are at the time of this recording, but Freddie W is someone who has reached that echelon of YouTubers where they have enough subs, they have enough people constantly viewing their videos, where they don't need to have a job. They can just live off of YouTube, and that's fantastic. I mean, that is possible, and this is the doorway into that. You never will earn the full potential of what you could be doing here on YouTube until you hit the full screen button and get the partnership with them to start earning revenue and see how satisfying it is to actually be paid for your creations. It's almost like a different form of alchemy, where back in the day alchemy was all about turning soil into gold, or turning different substances into something more valuable. Now we're doing that with full screen in a way that just has not been seen before, where we're taking what is in our minds, this intangible thing called creativity, we're going on the internet, and somehow it comes back with revenue. And that's an amazing feat that I really encourage anyone to shoot for. I'm giving it a shot myself. We'll see how it goes, but I can tell you it's a lot easier to do when you have a full screen partnership. Yes, it has grown rapidly since partnership. I must say that ever since I was partnered with Fullscreen and then affiliated with, at first, Tiny Galaxy, then swapped over to Planet Pok, I have been seeing sub booms that are unbelievable. Sometimes 20 subs in a day, sometimes, only 5 or 3. It depends on what I upload that day and what series people want to see. But it's all dependent on content generation. This is something important that I need to stress to all the new incoming YouTubers that think, oh, all I have to do is get partnership and then I'll instantly be at 10,000 subs. It really doesn't work that way, guys. You have to work hard. You have to put your nose to the grind and make sure that you are content producing all the time. Every day there is something new on my channel, and then on the affiliate channel Planet Pok on a regular basis, more than multiple times a week I try to put something out. And that's where you start to see the huge sub booms from. It's the channel affiliation, where my content, being mainly Pokemon, I go to the Pokemon channel. And that's where I'm going to be generating the most audience, the most view advertisement suggestions that I can. You get what you put out, or you get in what you put into it, and you get that result out, basically, is what I'm trying to say. If you don't do anything with the affiliate network that you're attached to, if you say, alright, I'm with Planet Pok and I don't want to make videos for them, I'm going to keep making videos for my channel, screw Planet Pok, well, you're not going to get a huge boom in subs. What you're doing by having this network of Fullscreen is essentially getting access to larger audiences. So while my channel is only at 4,000 subs at the time of recording this, Planet Pok is over 10,000 subs. So that is a great untapped resource of people who are all interested in what I'm doing. Mainly Pokemon, other games too, but mainly Pokemon. I get to go on that channel, get to present myself in the way that I normally do here, and it's the most honest representation and best advertisement for your content anywhere, hands down. Because, you know, you're going to get tons of spam, I'm sure. I've gotten tons of spam myself coming up through the YouTube saying, use sub for sub, or go to this website and instantly earn amazing amounts of subs. It doesn't happen that way. Those websites, those are scams. Fullscreen, which is why I'm doing this FAQ, you know, not only because of the 4,000 subs, not only because of the PMs, but also kind of as a thank you video for making this all possible. Fullscreen is not a scam. Fullscreen, as far as I know, is legitimate. And they really show you how hard work and effort in video creation would give you the audience that you didn't think was there before, or that you couldn't get a hold of before. Because I know from doing Pokemon content, it's so hard to come up in people's search terms. Even if you tag your videos really well, it's difficult to get above, in the search section, above all those really high quality, high-end sub YouTubers. And you may not even think that they're the best out there, but just because they have all the views, their stuff shows up first, and then all the lesser LPers, or all the LPers that have less views, really, I shouldn't say lesser LPers in quality, you just got into the game a little bit later than that guy, and so now you don't have a million view following. How are you ever going to get on top? This is the way. Fullscreen does increase your sub count, but not without you acting first. If you just sit around with the Fullscreen partnership, keep making videos only on your channel, and don't do anything in the network, you don't do any promotions, you don't do any type of affiliate channel co-commentating creative things, then you're not going to make that big of an audience. It's really up to you how large you want your system to grow. If you want your subs to boom and blossom and burgeon out to the stars, you're really going to have to get out there and make a lot of content, not only for your channel, but also for Fullscreen. And that's where you can see how YouTube starts becoming more than just this thing that you do on the side where it nets you a couple of extra dollars here to buy groceries, and how it quickly becomes a full-on career. From what I've agreed to in my contract, and I don't know if it's going to be any different for you guys, but it may be, and what I've agreed to with Planet Pok is, yes, they can in fact upload your videos. I have not had a problem with this in the way that they've uploaded something without my permission. They always notify you. I shouldn't say they always ask before they upload. For example, when Planet Pok was just coming into Genesis, it was only recently started a couple of months ago, which is mind-boggling to me to see how far it's grown. But they took one of my videos, the crystal walkthrough video I was doing, and I had no problem with it because they sent me a PM right away saying, hey, just letting you know, we used your video, thanks a lot. And that is a part of advertisement. That's kind of a part of the partnership program, is that by them distributing your videos wherever they may do it, whether it's across their mobile platform, Tiny Galaxy, or it's something more like on their main channel, maybe they want to showcase one of your videos. If they re-upload your video, and so long as they include your information, which every time they do upload one of my videos, I see that happening, that's more free time for you to advertise for yourself when they're already doing the advertising for you, where before, if you ever wanted an advertisement from them, you'd have to basically create some kind of original content to get one on their affiliate channels. Here, they're just going to take what you've already done, re-upload it somewhere, and it's not a guarantee that it's going to happen. It's really only if your content is worth re-uploading, only if they can use it for their advantage, whatever they are trying to pull off. But yes, they can in fact re-upload your content, so be aware of that. This is a question I wanted to address specifically because me being a video game LPer and being in video games throughout my entire life, it's something that really hits home with me. And yes, you can upload video game content, I've mentioned it briefly before, but you have no worries about copyright infringement coming down upon you saying, hey, where'd you get that video from? You're not allowed to make money on YouTube with other people's games. You don't have to worry about that. The only thing that they advise is if you upload any type of gaming material, make sure it is not just an intro video, make sure it's not just a cutscene. If it's only cutscene, then it's like this that you'll be able to claim the video. I've had partnership, and in one of my Mad World videos I did, it was no commentary, it was no gameplay. It was some commentary, maybe just a little tiny bit, but no gameplay. That was the big thing. It was only cutscenes and then the credits. And that video got claimed by someone else. It matched third-party content. It's still up there, but now it's got an advertisement for somebody else, not me, saying, hey, go buy this song on Amazon MP3s or whatever. So that's the only thing. Don't upload intros. Make sure if you do have an intro to upload, or if it's a cutscene, include a little bit of snippet of gaming after that, of your own gameplay. But yes, you absolutely can upload gaming content, and that's what I thrive on here on this channel. This is something that was recently added as of a few weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, I don't even know. It's extremely new, so much so that it hasn't even been enabled on my channel yet. But yes, you can in fact live stream from YouTube, and for especially the gamers out there, this is going to be colossal. Because now you don't have to worry about relocating your already established audience here on YouTube over to Justin TV or over to Ustream. You could do everything in-house on YouTube all on your own. You can hook up your gaming consoles through your PC with devices like the Hoppage, which is something that I use. There is also software that is out there called XSplit that I also use and personally recommend. But with Fullscreen, they give you this software. I don't remember it off the top of my head, and that's really bad for a FAQ video, but they do give you this software that is an $800 program or something for free that allows you to do split capture, so you could have your face over here and you could have, you know, some other camera or some other game input there, and that's very awesome. And it's a good thing not only for the gamers to use, but for vloggers, for example. It gives you a window into someone's personal life, and it really sparks up kind of a conversation almost in the comment section where, you know, you have a common interest and now your fans who are watching your videos because of their common interest, they're talking with you, and this gives them a great chance to see who you really are live, and it's a fun time too. It's almost having like a live virtual party with all of your subscribers, so you can in fact live stream with Fullscreen and YouTube. The only thing is you got to have your community guidelines up to snuff, and once they are good, they will authorize your account. Again, mine is just being authorized right now. It's still in the processing. My friend Matt over at GamersCast, he's got it going on, and he does live streams regularly now on YouTube, and he was for a while trying furiously to generate some kind of Justin TV audience, because a little bit of our history, we've done 24-hour gaming streams on Justin TV for numerous reasons. For the tsunami relief in Japan, to get our friend Adam to E3, that one didn't work out as well, but it was still fun. But we also like to do weekly live streams, which is now very possible with Fullscreen and live streaming capabilities here on YouTube. The person that I spoke to personally through email is Jeremy Gertzman. I've left his email address in the description below. But when I was authorizing my account, the email that I had to confirm that my channel was swapped over to Fullscreen, his name was Sound Kong. They are located in Los Angeles, I believe. And again, if you really want more location data, who runs the service, all that kind of jazz, I would check out their website below. They got a great article on what they've already accomplished before, so it's really good for you to do your research before you accept partnership and see who you're going to be intertwined with. Now, the most important thing that a lot of you probably wanted to look at this video for is to see what kind of advertisement options do I get with Fullscreen. You know, is it just pop-up ads? Is it just video ads? It's the full kit and caboodle, pretty much. You get the, I don't know which is which, I don't know which is the standard view and which is the true view, but you get ads that run for 30 seconds and have the skip ad button, and that will, I believe, only give you revenue if somebody clicks on the ad or watches the complete ad. There's also the 15-second video ad that allows people not to do anything but watch the ad, and I believe that every time will net you some revenue every time somebody sees that. There's also the pop-up ads that come up where you can click the little X button and get rid of them that way. Those ads are available too. And if you do videos that are over, I believe, 10 minutes long or 15 minutes long, whatever the limit is, there is some standard for mid-roll ads where if you do a extra long piece of content like this piece was here, you can put a mid-roll ad in the middle of this or any other video that you do. This way, if you're doing something like a half-hour program every week, like sometimes Vladimir Z will do on this channel with Minecraft, it's kind of like a TV show. And one video that's a half hour for a 15-second ad, if you want to compare that to what you see on television these days, where you have a half hour of programming, sure, but how much of that half hour is actual content compared to how many ads that have been barraged at you and that you can't switch out of? The wonderful thing about the internet is if ads really bother you, you could just click on another tab while you wait for the ad to be done and then keep going with your content. But you've got all three of those ad options. You also have the ability to put in ads into your live stream, something that's pretty cool. So if you want to do a long-term live stream and you also want to make sure that you're not wasting your time when you could be out earning money somewhere if you're choosing to use YouTube as your main pot of revenue. Again, I don't recommend it when you're starting out. It really is not a way to earn a living at first. It is a big assist, it is a big boost for what you want to do here on YouTube, but it's not a way to make a living, so if you do, even so. But any other reason you want to put live stream ads in there, you can, so you can interject them. And that's how you'll be making money with Fullscreen, and I hope that I have answered most, if not all, of your questions. If you have more questions to ask, please comment below in the comment section. The reason I made this video, first and foremost, was to basically end all the endless PMs that I keep getting of what am I going to do about Fullscreen. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll be getting back to all those PMs, but hopefully this video gets around so people can see who are thinking about Fullscreen. I personally have seen nothing but benefits from it, and my channel's grown, my income has exploded compared to what I was making before, which was zilch. Here on YouTube, you know, sometimes I would get checks from Google AdSense, but comparatively to the payout rate that I have with Fullscreen, it's great. I mean, you know, it's really top notch, and I have not seen these guys wavering in what they said they would do. It's been a very honest and very practical, streamlined service that hasn't required me to do much more of anything than keep emailing and keep making videos for people like you. So let me know. I am thinking also about doing a separate series from this video, something that is to really say, hey, people coming up in YouTube, I did not get to this 4,000 limit by doing nothing. There was a lot that went into that. I'm thinking about doing a series that will go over all those elements, from my video editor to my camera to the kind of microphone I use, all those kind of things that have propelled me to this position today. Let me know if you want to see that video series in the comments below. If I get enough comments on it, then yeah, I'm going to tell you all some really cool tips and tricks that I learned, some things for you to avoid if you are maybe going to take the plunge in something that might not be good. Basically, it's just another way for me to impart the wisdom that I've had here on YouTube to you, and so you can hopefully do what I do, because it's fun. I have a blast doing this, and I can't wait to do more. So thank you everyone for subscribing. Thanks to Fullscreen for providing me with the extra accelerant boost that I needed to get from 3,000 subs over to 4,000. It's only going up from here. I'm DeoGenZ, and I'll see you next time.